One of the most popular wood stoves on the market is the Gen 2 5-inch stove from Firebox Stove. I've had mine for years and I've featured it on many videos, and really it's been my go-to larger volume wood stove for quite some time. In the last year, Firebox developed and released a titanium version of their 5-inch Generation 2 stove, and I picked one up recently. So the question is buying the $150 titanium version worth it over the $60 stainless steel? Is it worth the money? Let's talk about that today. Now first off, let's just talk about the Gen 2 5-inch stove itself. Just what makes it such a good stove. It's multi-fuel. You can use wood pellets, charcoal, a gas stove, solid fuel, alcohol stove, all kinds of stuff. There's no assembly required. It's got great ventilation, which allows for really high BTU levels, and it's really well thought out as far as the ventilation goes. It's an extremely stable platform. It's a pretty wide base. You can put heavy stuff on top of it. It's also large enough to use as, say, a portable campfire if you want to, in situations where you don't want to make a campfire on the open ground. And lastly, it comes with lots of great accessories. You can get an extended grill plate, you can get a fast bowl plate, all kinds of things. They aren't super expensive, and you can buy kind of the whole kit for about $90. Cost of the basic model with an ash pan and 2 fire sticks is $59.99. The weight is 33.3 ounces. This stove is a beast, like I said, but now enter the titanium version. Let's talk first price, $149.99 for the stove, a little stuff sack like the other one, 2 fire sticks, and an ash pan. Weight is 17 ounces, so about half the weight for double the money. Is it worth it? Before we talk about that, let's take a look at it and get a fire going. I bought 2 extra fire sticks, in case you're wondering. It does only come with 2. And it comes with this ash pan. You can see, one-piece design. Let's open it up, fold this down. You got yourself a stove. You can slide this right along the bottom here, just like that. And we'll get our wood and stuff in there. Let me show you guys how I'm going to pack it. You can do this a multitude of ways. I'm going to put some dry wood here that I already have. That's plenty of dry wood right there. Let's see if we can find a way to get this a little bit more stable. A little rock down there to keep her stable. There we go, that's better. You can use any number of things to start your fire. This is actually a little fire starter from Firebox, and get that going. Once it's going, I'm just going to kind of put it in the center here. I'm going to give that a second to get going decently. And then I've got a bunch of shavings. See, a bunch of shavings. One of the benefits of doing wood turning at the house is that you get a bunch of shavings. And so we're going to use those today to start our fire in this wood stove. I'll put a little bit around the sides here. Be careful not to put this out. Once it starts to go, we should be okay. Let's see what happens. Ooh, we're smoking out here. Just gonna let this go so you guys can see kind of how it builds a fire. And I'm not gonna do a lot of editing here, just kind of let it go. I will tell y'all one important thing. It does say in the instructions on this titanium firebox to not just get it up to super high temperature right away. You want to build a couple of smaller fires early on, which of course I've done. I've tested this pretty extensively, but when you first get it, there is some possibility that it will warp a little bit being titanium. So before you crank it up like this, make sure that you just are careful and bring it up to temperature slowly on the first couple of burns. I find this to be an excellent way to get this thing going, using a lot of shavings on top, a nice long-lasting fire starter like the fire starter from Firebox. You can use a fast fire stick or a fire plug from Pro Camp Tech. Put nice dry wood at the bottom and you're going to get yourself a flame that really gets going. I mean, it's rolling now, but we're going to let it keep going here for a little while and try to burn off all this wood, as you guys can see. Like I talked about earlier, it's a pretty wide base. The dimensions are 5 by 7.5 by 0.375 whenever it's folded down. But a 5-inch, basically 5 by just over 5-inch top, which really gives you a lot of flexibility. If you want to use a smaller, for example, pot on top, that's where those fire sticks come in, like this. You just put them across the top here, here, and here, and you can put pretty much any size pot on top, just a mug, anything will work super well on this particular stove. A couple of things about this titanium version that are a little bit different than the stainless steel that may make you want to pick this up even though it costs quite a bit more. It obviously cools much faster than stainless steel, so you're able to get back on the trail much quicker. It has lower conductivity than stainless steel, so possibly titanium could be a hotter burn, a more efficient burn. I don't know how much that's really going to play out in real life, but it is a property of titanium. It's even more corrosion resistant than stainless steel, and one nice thing is that all the stainless steel accessories, the ones that go with the stainless steel stove, which I already have, work just fine with this titanium version. They sell titanium versions of those accessories. I haven't purchased any yet. I'm going to see how often I use them. I bought the kit, which I have a video about here on the channel, with the stainless steel that has all the different plates and grill plates and stuff. And I only tend to use 1 or 2 of them, which is the grill plate on top. Sometimes I'll use the fast blow plate and also the little accessory plate that allows you to use it with wood pellets or charcoal. So I might go buy those for the titanium down the road just to have them ultralight. But if you already have a stainless steel version, all those accessories will work with the titanium version. Now that is a flame going super, super well. You can see how easy it was to start it. So it obviously works, and all that's well and good, but is it worth the money? Now this is going to depend on where you put your value ultimately. What do you consider to be the most valuable thing to you? Do you put your value purely on functionality? If you do, then it's not worth the money. This stove is exactly the same as the stainless steel version. It works exactly the same. Sure, the titanium may help the efficiency some, but I don't think day to day you're really going to see a huge difference between the two metals. They're the same stove. One's just lighter. Which means if you put your value in weight, or better said, lower weight, it's definitely worth the money. Personally, I find myself not taking the stainless steel version often because it is so heavy. It just weighs down my pack. I'm much more likely these days to grab that titanium larger version, which honestly I like. I like having that big, robust base to burn larger amounts of wood. It takes less to tin than say the Nano, although I love the Nano, don't get me wrong. Taking that larger titanium is something I'm doing more and more, and it is because of the weight. The weight difference is very noticeable. It's half the weight, and that is huge. Bottom line is, I find myself grabbing it more and more, and I'm using the stove more, so it's worth it to me. Like I said, I value weight, so weight is worth the money. Now, I can already read the comments, this is a waste of money, you're way overstating it. Look, I'm telling you guys how I feel about it. I'm telling you why I think it's worth the money. It's a great product. It works exactly the same as the stainless steel, which is a proven, really, really good, dependable product. It just happens to weigh a whole lot less. We all make decisions every day how we spend our money. So, by all means, you spend your money the way you want to spend it. I'll spend my money the way I want to spend it. But if you're looking for a high performance, very versatile, well-built, and very lightweight stove for what you're getting, the Firebox Gen2 Titanium is the perfect stove. So yes, I do think it's worth the money. The question for you to answer is whether it's worth your money. Do any of you guys have this stove? Do you disagree? Do you have issues with it? I'd love to hear it down below in the comments. Make sure you try to keep it as clean as you can. I know this may bring up some real interesting comments just because of the cost. But nonetheless, it's a great product and it's a great company. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. I have an entire stove playlist. I'll make sure I leave a link down below and then up here in the cards at the end of the video. If you like this video, do me a favor, guys, stop right now. Hit that thumbs up button. Really helps spread things across YouTube. If you're new to the channel and you're not subscribed, hit the subscription button. And if you want to be absolutely sure you don't miss any videos, hit that little subscription notification bell and you'll be the first to know when I release new videos. Enjoying my time out here in Arkansas. It's beautiful weather. Supposed to get a little bit of rain tomorrow, but we'll get through that. As always, guys, I appreciate you checking out the Paleo Hiker MD channel. Stay tuned for more videos soon.